No black eyeliner.
The hands and everything are all the same. Yeah, the hands are like, it's like, you know. Anyway, so last time we were, you guys, okay, so Matt, to catch you up, Matt's been gone with Family Matters, but he's back now, just like the show. And we got to catch him up. So we went to Trigard, we returned the Queen, we had a celebration. I gave a bunch of cool, interesting hooks for the characters to choose from by sitting around a big table, and they overheard and interacted with the stories, and they chose to go to the Sky Kingdom because the rumor has it there might be some sort of white skull-ish or skull of some sort there, or rumors of a skull. And since you guys sort of deduced that where the other skulls were, I think it came out that it was white. Anyway, the king gave you an airship, and you guys are sailing away. This is the third day of flight for game wise. I don't know how long that means in game, but the way that the ship, I sent the ship notes out, and the way that these ships work is that you have to have crystals to travel like 100 miles. I think is what we came to the conclusion of one crystal. You guys have plenty of crystals left. I think it was like 14. I got to check my notes, but it might be less now. But the crystals also will, depending on the encounter, stack up to uses. So you're going to have an encounter. You might use, depending on how long that encounter is or takes, it might use a crystal. But I'll determine that and I'll be fair with it. And then using the ship, you guys, depending on your firepower, you might want to use a crystal, whatever. Anyway, you guys docked. You had a fight with some orcs pirates. You commandeered their ship, which was cool. So you're trying to build an armada. I took note of that. And I think then you docked on a random island. Uh, there was a dungeon that opened up. You came down. You fought. You got to the end. There is a chest, and I recommend there's a chest, and you guys come to, and it's who's in there? Booterbot, Stag, and Turgan, and the rest were left on the ship to chill and wait. You guys also rescued an NPC named Cool Point. His name is not Cool Point, but something Belt. It's like Stone Belt, I think.
And then there's a giant crystal cube in the middle after. Oh wait, sorry. Did you get to the air elemental part? We got that
Yeah,
far.
yeah. You beat. Yeah, there's this stronger shining crystal, sort of like a cube.
Yeah. So did we already look at that or not yet?
I don't believe you have.
Okay. Well,
Yeah. Give me.
maybe we should
Yeah.
do a little short rest first, get some health back.
Okay. I'm gonna say that because we're have a new character and he's jumping in. I'm gonna say that during your short rest, there's not gonna be any. A short rest is how many?
Like, like 4 hours, I think.
So you're gonna rest 4 hours in there. So you're gonna let 4 hours happen outside without going. And Matt's character's gotta come in.
A short rest, I think, is a 1 hour.
Oh, is it? My bad.
Oh, it's all good.
Okay. So you rest.
Yeah, I think so.
You rest 1 hour. We're gonna cut over to the things.
And how does the die thing work again?
Which die thing?
Like it's telling me like how many die I roll for the short rest for the heal.
Oh, it's the hit dice.
Yeah, but like I get to choose how many die. I don't
You
understand what I'm
no.
choosing.
Oh,
you can roll any number of hit dice, that you have left available to you, and a hit dice is based on your class. So you're all artificers. So I think they're all D8s. So you can roll
Yes.
any number of D8s plus your Constitution modifier of healing that you want to recover.
Okay, well, I'm going to do
And-
all of it.
Yeah.
And
You've only
look at that,
regain-
94.
Yeah, you only regain half as much of your hit points or of your hit dice when you long rest.
Oh, sure. Well, maybe that was overkill, but I wanted to be healed.
When you get done with your short rest, you'll pass a perception. The breeze in this dungeon seems to have chilled. There's no noise. You can't hear any type of. It's just calm. You feel a sense of calmness. The wind is no longer blowing. You look around the room. That orb that you have is still feeling. The only thing that in the room that's making the vibration noise is that crystal ball that you took from the, I guess, the statue or whatever it was that you grabbed it from, or like it's holding. It's not like it wasn't like a locked into a statue, but it was just like, chilling on a stone, hovering, let's say, over a stone goblet or whatever that looked like it would fit into it. Matt, did you get access into the campaign, and do you have views of your character? Is there an issue with that? I just want to make sure before we move forward. Like your sheet and stuff. Dope.
All good.
Okay, cool. All right, so guys, you're in the temple. Do you want to play this out? Do you want to try to just get out? There isn't going to be any. You guys have sort of already done the traps. There is going to be,
We haven't met Matt's new character yet, right?
No.
So which makes sense. I feel like we should just get out of here and go to the nearest town or whatever.
Everyone took their long. Yeah.
Feels like an appropriate thing to do.
Well, I can rest on the airship.
Well, isn't there a chest?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, we need to do the chest. Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay. The chest has written on it, daylight. In common, but
Daylight.
it seems to be give me an investigation check, Turgan. I guess maybe Turgan and Booterbot. I guess you guys are the stronger guys, and
Okay.
I would imagine maybe you'd be splitting the load, determining who's going to kill
Sure.
you or whatever.
Well, you definitely was splitting the load.
14?
You feel this it's sturdy. It's sturdy. It's got a metallic look to it. It's not put together similar to your airship where it's scattered cloth and debris that's been put together, but it actually looks like it's well crafted. I don't know if your character has like a stone back, but he's a dwarf, so he's familiar with the mountains and rocks and stuff.
Yeah.
The craftsmanship is pretty intricate and neat. Not like wizardy intricate, but like solid, but meaningful. Everything on it. There seems to be a little bit of a hum from inside.
Okay. Is it dwarven made? Can I tell? Like.
Yeah,
who made
you know
it?
what? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. It's definitely dwarven made.
Okay. Is it Duragar made? Or.
No, you're aware that it's dwarven made. It's put together not in a similar fashion that you're familiar with dwarvish wise, but it does have it does feel like it's dwarvish made. I can't really describe it, but you're also aware that there are sky dwarves, so perhaps something is giving you the inclination that it's dwarven, but it's nothing that you've seen either recently or are familiar with in that aspect of dwarves in this world.
Okay. Can I do a bit of a deeper investigation once I realize that it's dwarven made to see if
Sure.
there's any like secret, buttons or something to unlatch it?
Sure.
As you're looking at
I'd be able to
something, Stag will touch you.
would I be able to take advantage on it, or should just do it?
What are you trying to do? Like an investigate? You already did an investigation. You're trying to do more of like a recall lore. Yeah, history. You want to do history? You can
So
do advantage
stag-
on.
I mean, yeah,
Sta-
I'm more like yeah. Like now that I know this dwarven maid, like I'm like, okay, maybe it's got like a common dwarf things have like a latch under here.
Oh,
that
okay.
might
So you're trying to break into it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Stag's gonna touch you and give you guidance
Wow.
as you're
I
looking at
also
this
rolled
thing.
a 20 investigation. I don't know how much that matters. I'm also an artificer.
that does.
That does matter a lot. Butterbot, you also know that it's sturdy. I wouldn't say you know it's dwarven per se, but
You're right. That was important.
you do see that it is there are mechanical gadgets at the back and sides that seem to be holding it in place, and there are tight clamps, but it's made out of wood. So Turgan, I mean, it's made out of stone. So Turgan might have missed it on his 14, but there are different shapes of the rock that are melded together in some force that seems to be still yet unknown to you. But there does seem to be a mechanical aspect to it, like it could be opened. But when you look at it, you still see the phrase on it, daylight.
Do you
Daylight.
have any spells?
Are we in a cave?
Mm-hmm.
Does the cave have any light?
It has just a shadowy. The bulb is still you have is still shining, so you get that. You're about low lit. No, I wouldn't say that you can't see it if you.
Can we pick it up and carry it?
Yes.
Yeah. Turgan, I mean, please continue to look at it, but it says daylight on it. I feel like we should get this back to the ship, and then we can figure out how to open it.
Well, right this way.
bring a bomb on board. Okay.
Come, Mr. Tallyman, tally me
Let's start by
daylight
at least
come
trying to
and
open it in the
one
daylight.
go home.
Who trusts the DM? Who doesn't trust the DM? That's the.
I trust the DM.
I think that maybe we should. Maybe it's better if we try to open it in the daylight, but not on the ship. What do you think?
Well,
that's not a bad idea.
is there a statue still in this room?
No, it's all you're
No.
looking at is just that statue was just like a holding thing for this.
Is it about that size?
Torch?
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, it is.
Okay. Well, if you don't want to hold it, here. Hold on. Let me do something. Oh, I already. Well, Stag will have to get a spell slot ready. Stag will look at that statue thing,
Yeah.
and I will animate it with a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
And the statue starts moving. Here, I can have this thing carry it. We can keep it away from us if you don't
Wow.
trust it.
Sure.
That's
a good
hilarious.
idea.
Okay. So there you go. It's out. All right. Because we're moving forward, I want to get Matt into it. I'm just going to say that getting this thing back. Who flies here?
I do. I have the flying boots.
Okay, so you guys sort of figured that out last time. How are you guys going to try to get out of here? You're going to fly. Everything seems to be calm. You still have to make your way back. I don't have to play if you guys want to rush out. There isn't going to be much unless I will say that who's flying? Because you won't really have an issue.
Stag is going to ride on the statue.
Unless you
I think the statue's
does
carrying
Turgan
it.
want to I guess
Can I carry? Can I
want
have
to
Turgan
jump? I mean, he'd
jump
have
on my
to.
back?
That would be one hell of a jump.
Well, you could carry him like a.
Yeah,
like
like
a
he
baby.
could get on my back, like Donkey Kong, Diddy
No,
Kong
yeah,
kind of situation.
there's
Just in your arms, caress so gently.
All right, so whoever's carrying
Sure.
someone is going to have to roll me. You can do a combined, so it would be you would have help. So like if you're carrying Turgan, Adam would be assisting you, and so I guess you could do this with advantage. How are you carrying? Who's carrying Turgan?
I'll do it. That's fine.
Wow.
Yeah.
You want to do strengths or athletics on this, because this would mean that Turgan. Do you drop him when you're flying over to the pillar that you need? You sort of see the bridge that was unavailable
I
to
don't know.
you.
We'll just roll athletics. That's fine. Okay. 17. All right, that'll probably do it.
So that's fine. So you grab Turgan. Turgan's screaming. Well, he wouldn't see he's screaming in fear, but he's, how would you? Adam,
Nobody tosses a dwarf,
this
but I'm not tossing you. I'm picking
this
you up and
this
carrying
robot Air Force flies over and grabs onto you, and you guys just both like sort of muscle your way, I guess. Somehow Turgan's helping you. I don't know how that worked out, but I have no idea how you'd help
It just
someone.
worked.
Yeah. So you float over. You can sort of see the feathers are still sort of just falling. There's no wind again, so they sort of make the perfect way out of that invisible bridge that you saw from it. And on your way out, you're just going to see those mouths that were on the circular wall area are all stuck. They're all like stuck in position, and it just looks like when you look around the room that the mouths are opening and closing, and it's just sort of like a cut. If you were to spin around and look at one, it would almost make a perfect like a video image of a mouth closing and opening. And then you see the light emanating from the stairwell. And you may proceed out if you will, unless you guys want to look around or do anything else in this dungeon.
I think for this, and I don't know. I think for the sake of getting Matt into the game, I think I'm down to just
jump out.
Figure out this chest and get
Yeah.
going. Yeah.
Don't worry
me
about
too.
me.
No, Stag would want to race this back outside and see what the daylight does to it.
Exactly.
No, I want to know.
Okay.
I want to know too, like ASAP. So
All right, so we're back outside of this, and the guy's named. I guess I won't put everyone on here at the same time. I guess we'll get to it. The guys.
Movan?
Huh?
Movan and Whisper?
Yeah, Movan and Whisper are standing there, and Matt. How are we gonna? I think we were gonna say he was. How should we introduce your character on? I guess you're on a sinking something.
You told me I was
Yeah.
floating in a sinking balloon.
All right, perfect.
Doesn't sound great.
Like right when we get outside.
So Movan and there we go. Wow, I'm awesome. I like just randomly grabbed like everyone that we needed. Movan and the other guy are standing outside waiting for you. Movan and
Whisper?
Wispin are standing there, and they're going to say they're going to hear you clanking up, because I would imagine you're not, you're coming to safety, you're getting out of this place, and they're going to say to you, who's coming first? How's your marching order here?
Probably Stag and the statue.
Yeah, with the chest on it.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So he's gonna say to you, how fared you down there in the docks? Find what you're looking for?
I think we did, maybe. And I'll look over at the chest, the object. Is it in daylight now?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think so. Stag will look back at Booter and Turgan. Well, it's in daylight and it didn't blow up, so I think we're good.
Okay.
Well, I mean, now
Hey,
we should
just
see
open
how
it.
to open it.
There we go. That's better. Okay, so you guys are looking at this thing, and you come out. You see that your ships are still docked before you open anything. Your ships are still docked. Your captains, I guess you left Sprock on one, and then you left
Yep.
you no, you had Sprock on the main one, and Adam. Did you elect someone to be a part of your captain, your ship? I forgot what you.
No, I think we put Sprock with the Atom ship because he would terrify all of the orcs.
Oh, he would eat their
Or
brain.
whoever
He
would
would
have-
eat their brain.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then we had
Okay.
Greek. Greek is the storm hand, so he was the officer in charge on our main boat.
Okay. As you come up, you're going to notice that another ship has docked. It is. I've just on the app. I just put what it. Just a similar thing because it's the
Yeah.
easiest one to do. But this thing looks very, very different. I don't even know if you would actually Booterbot Underdark features. Okay, so you know what? And as you're looking at this ship, you hear everyone roll me a perception. Highest one's going to describe what they see here.
Ooh. A 21.
6. Which
What am I rolling? Sorry, investigation, right? Oh, perception. Sorry. 21 also.
So we have a tie for 21. All right, you guys can both describe what you see. You see this balloon flying down. It looks like it's out of air. It's like deflating somehow. And Matt, you make any noises? What's your guy look like? You see on it, Matt. You can describe this.
Do you have a new screenshot of your guy, man?
Yeah,
I didn't do a screenshot. I'll do that while we're playing. I forgot about that. But I am, I guess, floating in a balloon, and I'm like, "Hey, help me! I'm sinking. Someone pull me in!
You see this guy barreling
Help!
towards.
Help! Help! I'm flailing."
Yeah, and he's I'll just use this. He's somewhere. I guess he's going to be crashing into one of your to Adam's ship. It looks like.
Yeah, I mean, I'll put Turgan down next to the chest, and then I'll go try and catch this new guy, whoever this is, or gal.
You were
new
holding me
person.
this whole time?
Yeah, I mean, I got you out of there. I don't know. I just should mention that I'm putting you down.
Okay. I'm gonna go. I mean, I'll go assist too in whatever way I can. Like
Oh, Turgan,
a
if you
rope
need
or
it,
something.
come here. Hold on. Don't go too far. I got you. And I will strum my lute and cast fly on Turgan from my lute.
That's hilarious. And what's the goal here, Turgan? What are you going to go try to do here?
I was just gonna give assistance at all. If I could help it. If they throw me a rope or something to help pull someone in or pull the
I'm
ship.
already flying, so I feel like I should go grab him.
Oh.
Yeah.
Turgan, you have a 60-foot fly speed now.
That's crazy.
All right.
Wow.
Okay.
Matt, your
Number
guy,
2.
your guy has just entered the board. Matt's new. Okay. All right. So Matt is on this thing. Matt, your balloon. I don't know what your story or background is. I'm very interested to hear what you have to say and explain your happenings. And I'm going to let you do it. And you can world build however you want in this universe. Welcome back. And your character is floating down. It's got a burst, big. I guess one of the big chunks of the balloon popped out. Now I don't know. Were you investigating? Like, do you have? I would imagine you're a ballooner, right? Like you're
Apparently.
I say so. Write in your little notes like you're proficient at ballooning.
Or he's not, and that's why he's crashing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think my problem is I'm not proficient at ballooning.
He stole a balloon and it broke.
I
You'll
land
be
and I say, "Who's in
okay.
charge here?"
You'll be if you survive this, you'll be proficient at ballooning after this. Okay, this
Fair
is your
enough.
graduation step.
Plus
So the
one
balloon
ballooning.
is flailing towards you. See this rock. You were ballooning above the floating island here, and you are sort of you see a ship docked there, and it seems to be the closest point. Um, what are you gonna do?
I'm
You're gonna try.
pulling at all. I'm pulling at all the levers in the balloon. I'm trying to get down to a ship as best I
Yeah,
can and
you see this.
yelling, "Help! Help!"
You see this dwarf just get float like he starts. I don't know how you even like. So what happened? Did you run and jump and fly, or did Buddhabot just? How did this work?
I mean,
So
yeah, he casted fly on me, and I assumed I
Yeah,
kind of started levitating a bit.
yeah. I mean, me and Turgan are both flying, so we can
All
just go
right.
try and catch this guy.
So Matt, you see uh, this dwarf and Warforged start flying towards you as you're yelling help. And there's not going to be anything that gets in the way. Exactly. I think like because you guys have fly, that's the same thing as movement. So I wouldn't say that you have to do repetitive, you know, uh, dexterity until you get there. It would be a short distance. It's not like it's probably at 30 feet in the air. I would say away from the balloon, maybe 40. But the balloon is certainly falling. Matt, make me a. I guess you're trying to like steer this towards the.
Yeah, I got the little flame guys going.
All right, so
But I don't
let's.
really know what I'm doing, so I'm wavering.
All right, so just roll me, I guess a hard. We'll do a hard dexterity, to see if you actually. It would probably have to be more of an intelligence, right? What's the rule? It's like the tomato, the taste to know what the tomato. Uh, to know, knowing not to put the tomato. Oh no, tomato's a fruit. Is wisdom. Yeah, I guess you'd have to do a wisdom,
Okay.
like knowing which bags to cut. I would imagine you're
14.
cutting to try to. All right, so you managed to make it easier for the gentleman to get to come get you with the 14. You deduce that cutting, the weight on one side of the area. I guess I don't know how you even do the weather balloons since it's broken. You're starting to float down towards them. Adam and Booterbot, how are you going to be intercepting these guys? His balloon, you see, is crashing quickly towards your ship.
Um,
Are you going to go and
kinda
grab him?
like,
Are you going to like go grab the ship? Are you going to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go like grab him. I mean,
I
let's
was
get
gonna try
him
to knock
first.
the
We can
ship
worry
off
about the ship
course.
second.
Well, you're going to knock
So it doesn't
knock the
crash.
balloon off course?
Yeah, so it doesn't crash into our ship. At least kind of like bump into it, so it kind of slightly goes not in our direction.
Okay. Give me a strength on that. Let's see how hard you hit it.
Okay.
This is going to be funny. You're a huge dwarf just going at this weather balloon, this small little weather balloon.
12.
All right. Well, that's an easy hit for you because you are flying. You nail this thing. And Matt, give me a dex as this thing starts to. You get hit. Boom.
I mean, I scream out, "What the fuck?"
Give me a dex. Give me a dex save as it starts to flip to you. You try to.
Oh, 19.
Nice. Okay, so it almost flips you out, but you you stay on course. Turgan, your hit was spot on. It starts to float in the other direction away from your ship, but it continues to fall. Booterbot, I would imagine, is available, but not. Chris, you see all this happening. Booterbot, what do you? So Turgan hit the balloon to get away from his ship. You're going towards Matt.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and save Matt.
Okay. No interactions. You're just gonna go grab him.
Yep.
Okay. Matt, he's gonna grab you. He's gonna. I don't. You're just gonna. You're not gonna say anything to him.
Me?
Yeah.
Oh no, him. Okay.
Like
No,
I mean,
I'm gonna say what
there's
the
got to
fuck?
be some sort of communication
Pull me
between
up. Pull me up.
the flying Warforged and you. You know. So he grabs you, and Buddha, are you gonna take him to a ship? Are you gonna take him back to the rock? Are you gonna hover in the air? What is your?
I mean, I'm gonna grab him, um, and I'll say, any man who would perform such a feat, I wouldn't dare disappoint.
Thank you so much. My name is Bob. What is your name?
My name is the Boot R Bot 5000.
A robot.
My
Who's in
friends
charge
call me
here?
Booter.
Are you in charge here?
Depends on who you ask, but I am not the captain.
Who's the
Stag
captain?
is
I'd
the
like to
captain
speak to
of
the
our
captain.
fair ship over here, and that
Oh,
dwarf
okay.
over there is the captain of the Asterisk.
Excellent.
You see over
Ship he
there.
almost hit.
That's
Two
right. He
liters.
does not like
I'm
dents on
sorry.
his new
I
car.
am not an experienced ballooner. This was actually my first time.
Aye.
And I probably should have
Tell.
taken more lessons.
Yeah, that's right.
I mean,
Should've.
you're way up here. I'm surprised that you're even in the shape you're in. Anyway, let's bring him down. So I bring him down to like talk to all of us.
Hello, everyone.
Turgan, what are you doing? You're coming back to the rock? You have the opportunity to check your ship. You can do anything you want.
I'm just gonna follow. Look,
Follow the lead.
I want to know who this noob is.
Okay.
I'd like to speak to the captains, please.
Hello. How can I
Hello.
help you?
So you land on the rock. Yeah.
I am sorry to have bothered you. I feel like I've gotten lost. I've been looking for some mind flares, and I seem to have been blown off course. Apparently, it was not a good idea to take a hot air balloon.
Well,
Hi, you got that right.
these guys are dangerous. Hello, my name is Admiral Stag. Nice to meet you. And I'll offer
Yes,
out
hello.
a hand to shake.
I shake
what-
his hand heartily.
oh,
I am Bob.
Oh, you're Bob. Bob, nice to meet you. Where are you from, Bob?
I am from Coromir, Forest Country, land of the Purple Dragon.
Interesting.
And out of my backpack pops a tiny fox. And I say, "This is Falco." And he sort of scurries around my shoulders.
Oh, so cute. Very nice to meet you, Falco and Bob.
Falco shakes his hand.
You said you're
And Bob,
looking for.
Love this Bob guy. Sorry. What's wrong with Bob?
I like Bob.
Sorry. I
no, I'm
interrupted
just
you.
curious. Sorry, like so, Matt's character is named Bob or Falcon?
Bob.
Sorry.
Yeah, his name's Bob.
He has a
Falco's
fox
a little
named
fox.
Falco.
Yes.
Well, what are you looking for mind flayers for?
Well, why wouldn't you be looking for mind flares? They're the worst. You should all be looking for mind flares to try and rid our mortal realms of all of them.
Aye,
There's like, at least one mind flayer that I don't particularly mind.
Well, I mean,
I don't know about that.
setting the whole history of a people on every single individual of that race. I mean, it's a little much, don't you think?
You know what? You're right. And as a captain, I'm inclined to trust you, since you clearly have the respect of your subordinates here, the robot and these other ones.
out on the ship, you only see what a person can do from day to day. You don't care about their past or where they might go in the future. So seeing the good in someone is a little challenging sometimes. But Bob, it's nice to meet you. Just
It's
to
nice
let
to
you know,
meet you too, sir.
we do have a partial mind flayer within
What?
our ranks. He was
With you?
infected. He was
Are you out of your
infected.
minds?
And we're looking for have you had a conversation with a mind flayer before?
Oh, I wouldn't say what I've done to mind flares I would call conversation, but I've interacted with them.
Stag will smile. Oh, you have? Is it the way that I've interacted with them before?
I based on your wink, I'm not sure.
Well, let me tell you, if you've been with a mind flayer, you'll never want to try anything else.
Look, I'm just gonna level with you. I don't trust these mind flayers, but we're on some sort of floating rock, and I'd like to at least get out of here. So,
Oh, you
bullshit.
would like a ride? We can certainly help you with a ride. Where
I promise
Before-
I can hold my weight.
Sure.
You're
I mean,
looking
what
to
are
get-
you? What is your profession, sir?
Yeah.
I am a scout of the highest honor. I am the #1 ranked scout in all of the Church of Helm.
The #1 scout.
#1 scout in the entire organization. I've
Well-
been sent on a mission. I haven't been home in many years. I've been searching for mind flayers all around all of the realms.
Matt, just to pry, what was the name of the organization?
It's the Church of Helm. Helm. Helm.
Nice. And just so everyone knows, you're a human scout, or what is you?
I am a human, and my profession is scout.
Nice.
Okay.
I am a cleric.
Cleric.
Well, Turgan, just to be safe, do you want to keep Sprock with you and the orcs?
That's fine.
Okay.
Smart. So we should
Bob?
maybe not have him interact with this mind flayer. We don't trust this
Yeah.
guy necessarily.
Keep them on different ships.
I think you know what? I think that's
Yeah.
wise for everyone.
Can I would like to insight check your story, Bob,
Okay. What does
to
that
see
mean?
if you're telling me the truth.
Oh, I only tell the truth.
Okay.
Chris,
I
you
have
can
no
roll that
time for lies or
Chris,
deceit.
roll me an
no,
insight.
It's a 5. It's terrible. It's
All right.
horrible. I believe you.
That means
I mean-
you really believe him.
We saved your life. Why would you lie to us?
as you guys are talking, Wispin is gonna move over to you, guys, and say, "Whoa, you! What do you have there? What is that? That's some sort of artifact you found? Where'd you find that?" When I went down there, I could only find a room full of faces. It was really weird.
It is quite weird. But maybe you could help us decipher this. Bob, take some time to rest if you need to. You just had a terrifying ordeal. We still have a couple more things to take care of before we head out, so take your time.
I'm okay.
Okay, good.
Chris, did you roll that insight check?
I did. I rolled a 5. So I believe
You're
him.
like, yeah, something is telling me this guy's honest.
Yeah. Booter, would you like to help me take a look at this artifact to see if it's what we're
This
looking
chest?
for? Yeah. So I will.
Interesting.
Turgan, I'll look around at Turgan. Are you on solid ground yet?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will cast guidance on Booterbot, dropping your fly. So you're no longer flying. But Booterbot, I'll cast guidance on you as you begin to examine this chest in the daylight.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Can I do an Arcana check on this chest?
Sure.
All right. It is a 26, and I didn't even use my guidance. Well,
Your instincts were correct. You figured out that there's some sort of magic on this chest, and that when you brought it out into the open, just perfectly, the clouds just sort of opened up, and a ray of sunshine just comes directly down and hits it. And with that Arcana check, the magic holding it back just sort of dissipates. And you get a confidence boost because you know You knew this. You knew something about this had to be brought to the sunlight to see. And the mechanisms that the stone mechanisms that you were seeing down in the dungeon sort of loosen up and give in a little bit.
Okay, I try to open it. Let's
And
start there.
it opens. So everyone is going to get some items.
Sweet.
I just needed to know.
Welcome back, Mac.
And of
except Matt. I mean, he doesn't do shit. Why are we giving this new guy stuff?
No, I think that's fair. This is your plunder.
So usually the way we do it is we just all are going to roll on this random sheet that I found online, and I hope they're funny and cool and strong, and also not crazy for me to have to DM. But everyone roll me. Guys are gonna have to roll
The dagger of kill everything in one shot.
A
Wow.
D100.
D100.
Yeah, printed out.
You guys have done enough for me. I don't feel right at accepting any
Matt.
of this right.
Matt, you're gonna roll a D100.
All right, 39 for my whatever I got.
All right, Buddhabot 39. Glutton's fork. You pull in, you come out with this big fork. Once a day, this fork will allow the user to eat any non-magic item that it can fit in their mouth and regain 2d6 HP. It's called Glutton's Fork. Just tap the fork on the item, and it will turn edible. Adam.
That kind of fits actually. I'm cool with that.
I got a 94.
Oh boy. I hope it's like, you grow like a fifth arm. I don't know where your fourth arm is though. Physician's yeah. 94. Physician's pendant. A pendant with a small cross engraved on it. After casting a spell that restores a creature's hit points, the wearer rolls a d20. On a 17 or higher roll, the healing spell does not cost the user a spell slot. So this is for like a healer.
Okay.
So it's called position.
It's called a physician's pendant. So you essentially,
Position.
yeah,
Physicians.
when someone puts it on, you roll a d20. It's that, and if you have to roll that or higher, or the healing spell, and this healing spell doesn't cast a spell slot. Chris,
29.
physician's pendant. I can give all these.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't find it in D&D.
I'll drop
No.
them in the chat. You know what? I'll just put the website I'm on.
Yeah,
How's that?
that works.
Booyah.
In the Discord?
It's in the Zoom.
Okay. Oh, it's over
And
there.
I should, yeah.
Oh shit! I forgot I gotta get on the Discord.
Chris, what'd you get?
I got a 29.
29. This is all funny. An edible hat. Why is everything like eating related? I feel like a hat made of edible fibers, probably corn silk, but possibly hair. Whatever the material, this is a magic hat that gives the consumer one usage of inspiration if they say out loud, "If I'm wearing, I'll eat my hat." Oh no! If I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat. I don't know why I said wearing, but it's obvious. And then eat the hat, but you have to eat the hat. Eating the hat takes place 1d4 rounds. Wow, Chris, you're gonna have to read that. Whatever material gives the consumer one usage. You get inspiration if you take your hat off and you yell, "If I'm wrong, I'll eat my hat," and then you eat the hat.
And you get inspiration. It's a one-time use.
Hilarious. That's hilarious. Yeah. And then
One sec. Go on without me.
okay. And then Matt, roll me a D100.
74.
74. Wispin's gonna see that you're reluctant to grab an item. He's gonna stick his hand in and he's gonna say, "Please, you fell from our dear Lord Sky. This is for you." And he hands you a ring of cryptical hits.
Okay.
Number 74 on the page. 2 interlocking bands, 1 golden grave. It looks like you get something happens when you get a success on an attack roll. Yeah. So I think
I like
everyone
rings.
got an item.
Oh, sorry.
And you just see that these items are magical. I would say that you do not have to attune with these items. They're not particularly strong, but thank you sahuntbooks.com. That's where we got these. So no AI in this one, guys. But there will be.
Matt, I'll trade you.
What'd you get?
I got something that's really good for clerics.
Remind me, are
It's
you
a-
one of the captains?
I am. I got
Okay.
the physician's pendant, a pendant with a small cross engraved on it. After casting a spell that restores a creature's hit points, the wearer rolls a d20. On a 17 or higher, the healing spell does not cost the user a spell slot.
We can absolutely trade. I didn't even want one of these things in the first place, so by all means, take the quiptical hits. Sorry.
And then you got number 94, the physician's
94. Okay. A fair trade if I ever say so, sir.
Hell yeah.
Wispin's gonna say, "Wow, we are just the cow herders here." Oh, Matt, this island is just full of cows. It's just two guys.
Where did I even land?
This is this is our island. We worship a gentleman named Sky. Booterbot, you remember? Oh, Booterbot's not here.
The Skyzel the Great?
Skyzel the Great. We're part of his. Yeah, we are part of his protectors, and word spreaders. He likes to call us. We worship him. But recently, one of my cows, he fucked up the ritual and got blown off to the clouds. And this gentleman, this fine lads here, saved my cow. And then we help each other. We do here in the Sky Kingdom. Where did you say you were from, Mr. What was it, Bob?
Bob? I'm from Cormyr. Depends on how you pronounce it.
And what do you? Interesting. Well, please, you guys can rest here if you need. Rest on your boats. Use this to dock as long as you want. I don't see that you are any harm here, but just be careful. We are going to be performing another one of our seances, and you are more than welcome to watch from here, watch on the ship, however you want to do it. It will get very windy, though. That I can assure you. But we're going to do that in due time. So, please, help yourselves to whatever you find. Non-perception check, you guys can see that there's it's just grass and cows, and there's some water. You guys can do your rest or whatever you want to do. Because you're in a weird kingdom, the weather's always changing. Your long rests on the ship will be. We'll have to do some rolls for them, just to see. One of them will be an encounter, and another one will be. The rest will be mostly just like weather-based, I would say.
Okay.
But the encounter, we'll see what happens. So you're. You do see though that there is one other ship that just docked, or maybe you don't. I don't know how long you were in there. You were in there for more than an hour. It did come up and dock.
Do we see anyone on that ship?
No.
Wispin, Maven, who pulled up?
Not so sure. They haven't come out. They haven't shot anything over here to tie up. There seemed to just be whoever it is
Just floating there?
floating there. Yes, it sort of came over just as you guys went in, and I tried to yell. Hey, you, sir, squiggly face! But he seemed to be in a word spat of some sort with the orc over on that ship. The other crew seems to be slumbering in the basements. I heard tinkering and tankering from, I'm not sure,
Well-
but I would imagine you'd think that they were, making repairs from your past battle, as you told them to.
Well, we should definitely figure out who is here before we sleep.
Do not worry, my new friends. I will alert us if anything happens while we rest.
Oh, it's quite alright. We can go see who is there.
Oh, okay. I thought you wanted to rest.
Well, we can rest, but we have to make
No
sure
worries.
it's secure first. How close is that boat? Decently close?
Yeah, it's about I don't know, 40 feet. 40 feet, just
Okay.
out of a long jump.
Jump. Well, I'll hop on the back of my statue. And Booter, care to join me as we go read our new, is it? We're gonna have 3 ships now, right? With this one? Oh, I think Booter's
Yeah.
off somewhere. So I'll take Booter with me and go check out the ship.
Okay. Is everyone going over to check out the ship?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. All right. This is where the things don't. This is where planning comes into effect here. All right. Give me a. Hold on. You guys walk up to the ship. It's about this. It's a little bit. It's differently designed than yours, for sure. It looks almost like a. I don't know if any of you know what like space would look like at all.
No.
Like it looks like, but submarine. I guess. Actually, Stag, give me a history check. Let's see if you remember this.
History. Come on.
And actually, oh no,
I guess I do.
This is not with us.
A natural 20 for a 21.
Wow. Okay. This ship looks awfully familiar to the blueprints of when you guys were in the Underdark 100 years ago. You dropped blueprints off. I don't know if you did that on purpose or it was a game.
Oh,
sort
we
of.
certainly did that on purpose.
Yeah. So you had picked up in a Mind Flayers dungeon, like I don't know, session 40. And we're at like 95 now, and you brought them back in time with you. These blueprints to a Mind Flayer ship, and you dropped them off at a some mechanics workshop in the Mind Flayer. Now I'm gonna be rowing that now. So
Dimly Axon.
Dimly Axon. It looks like a Dimly Axon, like floating submarine spaceship type deal. Because Dimly Axon, remember, he was only fast. He was building like ships and stuff, but he was really trying to be a submariner. So you walk over. Give me a perception check, Matt.
12.
You look over and you see it's shaped like a giant flying whale. It sort of occasionally moons and moans like it makes like the whale sounds. I don't know how that sounds exactly.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. And the sailors and the I guess this would be the the tempests on this rock sort of like are a little bit afraid of it. Whoa! You see them back up a little bit. And Wispin's going to say to you, be careful, I don't know, I haven't seen too many of them, but there are sky whales, that's powerful beings that travel this airfields, that travels the sky mostly at night. Watch out for those. I just have had a traumatic experience with an air whale before on this island. I wouldn't want to run into one of them with the wrong intentions. And you see them sort of walking back down the steps. There's a deck. It's massive, but yet there's no one to be seen.
We'll land on the deck. Is there a door somewhere?
When you get on the deck, you see that you see like a large, no, not that you can make out of. You can give me a investigation, I guess, or a perception of some kind as you get closer. But maybe
I'll
Booterbot.
perceive.
Yeah, Booterbot, is your camera off, or are you still here?
I got another natural 20
Okay.
for a 24 perception.
You see that this thing is solid. It's like a solid metal, no doors, no.
What the
no staircase.
hell is this place?
Just a large. There's a flat area on top, which is, I guess, the deck that you're standing, but the rest of it is sort of solid metal shell.
I'll hop off of the statue, look around at everyone, put my hands up like, what the hell? And then I'll take my cane, my little club, and I'll tap it on the metal surface a couple times. Like a little...
Like knocking?
Yeah, like a pattern knock.
How does your
See
pattern...
if it echoes
shaving a haircut or whatever?
Yeah.
How was your knock? How did you do? Like,
How does it sound?
Yeah.
I think he would do it to a song. He would probably do it to getting jiggy with it.
Or staying alive.
Yeah, one of those.
And you hear back. You hear back in the same rhythm. You hear back. This noise.
Interesting.
And
do I? No, I don't have that. I'm just looking at my spell save. I have something to help with. I don't know. It's weird. Well, let's give it a once over. I'll hop on the statue and I'll fly around this thing looking for any door opening, any doorway or anything like that.
Out of the corner of your eye, you see this blue dwarf running up from the deck of your ship. You're sort of like looking around. You're seeing it in the peripheral view with your perception checks. So large, I won't make you read them again or roll them again. You see the dwarf. His name was Beltstrap, I think. Stone Beltstrap. And he's waving his hands. Hey! Over there! Over there!
You said he's blue?
He's the NPC that you saved from the orcs is on. He is well versed in the sky areas, and this guy is waving at Booterbot and his stone and Stag and his stone statue, as sort of trying to like wave at you, and he's Chris. I think you can sort of see him looking at you, waving at you.
I'll look at where he's pointing,
and he's just waving. Hey, come here! Don't go there! Quick! Come! Yelling, whispering.
I'll fly over towards him. What's going on?
He's going to tell you. He's going to say, "Careful, careful. Those are the
What?
seekers. Those are seekers.
Seekers? Who are
Those
seekers?
are the seekers in this realm.
What's a seeker?
No one's ever seen what's inside these things. These magical, huge vehicles. I don't even know if there's magic, but there must be to transport them. Rumor has it they don't use any crystals. But they seek, they float around. No one sees anyone that's driving them.
But what do they do?
They just seek. I don't know. They go
What
from
do
place
they
to
seek?
place. They dock, and weird things happen. People go missing, they come back. They don't seem
These-
right.
This unidentified aerial phenomenon. We have to investigate.
Be careful.
We should call
those.
UAVs.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just making a dumb joke. Like, just
You're like, okay, I'm gonna go back over there now.
Turgan, come. We must figure out who these seekers are.
Matt, is your guy mechanical? He's just a scout, right?
The human.
He's a human, but
he's a cleric.
cleric scout. Okay, no, he's a head scout, number one scout of the
Number
church.
one scout for the Church of Helm. Don't you forget it.
Okay,
But I
Number one
see these
scout.
two people who have been identified to me as captains, and I fall right in line behind them.
Okay.
And I see. I'll follow your lead, sir.
Okay. So what are you're gonna fly back over there? Just bringing everyone over there to the ship. It seems like to be like a massive shaped metal blimp or submarine almost that you can't.
If I do like a full 360
Mhm.
around this thing,
Mhm.
is it anything other than just smooth? Like
You
a smooth torpedo.
It's very smooth. There's two sight classes
Oh,
on either side. One of them is on the back, and one of them is they're both on the back. These sight glasses. They're not at the same level. They're not, but you do see them, and they look exactly like the circular ships that you'd see on like a.
like the portholes?
Yeah, but you can
Okay,
like just a thick glass for like
Yeah.
on a submarine.
I'll stop at one and knock on it and try and look inside.
All you see is just no perception. You do see movement, but you don't see. You just see a shade of color. You don't see like any details inside. You just see
Is it-
flickering, and it's
Is
not
it
mechanical.
solid, or is it like one of the ship windows that you can open?
It's solid, flush.
Okay. There's both of them are the same.
Hmm.
Okay.
Same thing.
I'll
There's
return.
Hues
Yeah.
of shades of black and white are just.
Yeah, I'll go back and tell everyone that information.
The belt strap is going to come over and just say, "What'd you see over there? You got to be very gentle, very quiet."
How'd you get over here?
To the ship.
Belt strap. Yeah, we're on the
Oh,
ship now.
you came back over to your ship, or did you come?
No,
you're still on,
we're
on his
on
ship?
the alien.
Oh, sorry.
Belt strap. How'd you get here?
Belt
I
straps.
thought you said to stay away.
He did not do that. Sorry.
Okay.
I got confused.
No, you're good.
All right, yeah. Tell me what you want to do.
Turgan, do you have any ideas? It made a sound when I banged on it. Maybe it needs to be the right sound. What do you think, Bob?
Whatever you guys think.
Well, I'm asking for your thoughts on this.
Oh, well, let's examine it a little more. And I now that he's asked me to examine it, I walk over and I take a look at, I guess, this weird flush spyglass. I assume I see the same thing.
Yeah. Are you?
I tap on it anyway, and I put my ear to it. Tap, 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 tap.
The same thing. You can hear this like noise, and you see just the shadows inside moving. There's no real, nothing, no details inside the ship. And as Bootstrap has told you, these things are called the Seekers, right? That's it.
Question for you: is there any marks of like damage on the outside of this?
No.
It's perfectly.
Yeah,
clean.
the front part, just the very tip, seems to be just like weathered, just from the elements. Nothing.
Okay.
Sort of maybe piercing, or maybe it bumped a rock, but nothing. Looks like it was in a battle of some kind.
Well, if nothing's getting out of here, I don't think, or if we can't get in, I don't think anything's getting out. So it seems. Might as well rest. Here, let's head back to our ship and maybe.
As I said, I turn to Stag. Is that your name?
Yes.
And I say, "Sir, don't worry. When we rest," and I pull out my warhammer, and I say, and I slam it on the ground, and I say, "Don't worry. This will let us know if anything is going to surprise us."
Nice. It's beautiful. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
I love the engraving on it. Who is Filbert?
Who's what?
He's gonna like start looking at some of the engraving. Doesn't that say like Filbert right in there?
It does.
I was just curious. It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Well, let's leave the Seekers to their seeking.
Your ship. All right, you guys tell me what you want to do. Are you guys resting here? Does everyone need a long rest, or did you just short rest, or?
I burned a whole bunch of hit die, and I'm ready to party, dude.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I did not take my short rest.
Chris. You didn't take yours?
I didn't take mine yet. I will, but
I assumed you took it with us.
yeah, I would. I just haven't done it in the system.
Oh, gotcha.
But I will take mine. And
new friends, captains, relax.
Well, we're looking for crystals, aren't we?
I thought we had enough.
We had enough? Okay.
I might be mistaken though. My memory's effed.
I think you guys have like 10. I think we determined that last time.
Is that enough to continue?
Yeah. You get 100 miles for one, and then like maybe one for like an encounter of sorts, because I don't know how long that takes to do versus like traveling. But yeah, you got plenty. The so you guys are just gonna take off. No more resting. So you get on your ships. Turgan, you're on yours with Sprock and a couple orcs. I don't remember. I think you had 3 orcs.
Yep, you have 3 orcs named Cog, Slog, and Sagabu.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a much better job of being prepared when it comes to the story of things for next time. I'm not gonna be preparing like 100 sessions forward just yet, but I will be better with names and happenings.
Those are great names.
Yeah, no, not that. Just remembering who's doing what on what ship.
Before Turgan leaves, I turn to him like, "Look, you're going back to the ship with the mind flare," and I touch him and I give him guidance. I say, "You be careful."
I'm gonna say he's a lot nicer than you think he is. You can talk in your head too. It's kind of
you guys have been nice to me, so I'm gonna take your word for it. But just trust me on this one. Be careful.
Who?
I like your. I'm gonna like. I see like a commonality in your hatred for mind flayers, because I hate trolls
I understand. I
as
understand.
much.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, you little.
All right, I found all your stuff. So you have your what's your ship name though? I forgot the ship name.
It's the Bellevue.
The Bellevue, yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta get better notes. The Bellevue. Okay. All right. So you guys are on there, and then I believe your ship, Chris. I'm gonna give it. Your guys, as you were doing your thing, that hit the ship is gonna get 1d. It's gonna get 2d20. And that's going to be 26 extra hit points from repair work, just from your boy Greg doing a good job. Greek doing your good job, doing your, he's leading your your stuff. As he comes up now, Matt, your character doesn't have he's not a. Did you need a member of the crew? Because the ship right now, it's just like before when we were sailing. Everyone, you were like the chef on the ship when we did the water.
Mm-hmm.
There's still one of those, but all those positions have been filled at the moment.
I turn to Stag and I say, "You tell me where you need me. I'm ready to help."
Okay.
Well, we have a few positions on our ship that are open, or is this a fleet-wide position? Spencer,
this is whatever you want.
Is each ship going to have their own one of these?
You mean like a cruise? Yeah. Well, I mean, so Turgan's
each ship is going to have their own crew, but does each ship need a captain,
steward?
A cloud reader?
No,
Skywrite?
just yours. And it'll be sort of like the groups, in certain encounters we'll do. If we're sailing all together, I would rather have like time-wise, since Adam is the fighter, like instead of having everyone fight, unless it calls for that, Adam would just roll the attacks on the ships, on the multiple ships.
Fleet-wide.
Yeah.
Fleet-wide, okay.
What, you putting that pressure on me?
Well,
You're the guy.
We'll see how you do, see what you're good at. And if there's a position we can slot you in, we'll see what we can do.
I'm the #1 scout for the entire Church of Helms.
Wow.
I hear you.
Okay, I just wanted to remind you one more time. So if there's any
seen-
scout-related positions...
Have you seen our poop deck?
No, but I'd love to take a look at that.
Oh, here, let me show you. And he'll start flying up on the statue, up to the top. Oh, it's right up here. It's a beautiful position to scout from.
Excellent.
Greek is going to come up to the
flutters
captain.
Around and makes a nice cooing sound.
Greek is going to come up to the board. Where's the captain? He's going to look over and he's going to see you, Sir Stag. Welcome back. Hope you found what you were looking for. We've seemed to do some repair work on your poop deck, and it seems to be holding a good amount of storage, more so than it was when it got blasted apart by those damn orcs. Your poop deck can hold a lot more storage now.
Good, those orcs were vicious there.
In specifics, 26 HP more storage on your poop deck.
Oh, you've done a great job.
And you can do whatever you want. Where we go? Oh, he's gonna say, the men are tired, sir. And I think they need a break.
Okay, we can probably rest. Well, we need to also figure out where we're going if we're going somewhere.
You guys determine. Yeah, you guys determine this. I will roll your. The crew needs to have rest if it's going to continue morale. Unless you don't care, you guys have a 3 morale, so you guys can tell them to go down there and continue to go. But just know that the morale will decrease. It'll be closer to, a mutiny of sorts if we roll for that.
Okay.
But you're
right. I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go and pull Stag aside
Yeah.
and say, do you want to do like rest rotations so we can get moving, or what?
Well, let's check in. Well, the orcs, we can just make them work, right?
Exactly.
So we could probably tow one vessel with the other, right? We can rig that up.
So Turgan's just has orcs on his. He still need to use
Right.
his crews.
So
yeah.
So maybe we try and tow the Asterix with the Bellevue, and give Greek and the other cultists some time to rest.
Yep.
That
I'll
can
go
work.
with that.
And we try and like limp along until they feel rested enough.
Okay. All right. Roll. Let's see. I had a bunch of stuff for this. Roll me a some weather, Chris. You guys are traveling. Where are you guys headed? First off, like you guys are you guys still docked when that happens, or are you?
Well, I think we're still. We'll get the rope ready while we're still docked, and then release the Bellevue. And when the Bellevue has that line taut, we'll release the Asterix so it pulls it away from the rock slowly. But we didn't find any crystals here. But
Booterbot has that one circular crystal.
yeah. But we are looking for. Hey Bob, have you seen any sky elephants or elephants Loxodon people up here?
I wish I had. I'm not going to lie to you. As I said, I should not have been ballooning, and I was mostly focused on not dying for the past like 3.5 hours. I've been yanking at ropes that I don't know what they do until you guys found me.
Oh, well.
I could have seen God herself floating in the sky, and I would not have noticed.
Oh, well, this ship is named after someone who helped me see God. Her name was Asterix. She was glorious. But, Turgan, where do you feel like going? You feel like just cruising about? Seeing if we can find a map?
Yeah, meta, like, we don't really know exactly where we're going?
You are looking for this. I guess the player hook that you chose was looking for the Sky Kingdom. You know that the Sky Kingdom has access to it by flight and or a magical staircase. So you're floating around looking for it. The way that Copperbot, Belly Copperbot, Hagrid Copperbelly told you about the Sky Kingdom was that it is in constant motion. You guys did learn, I think, a just general direction of where it was, and I think we determined that was going to be, it's Pangea. It would be like northwest from where you guys were in
Now I remember that. Yeah.
I don't mean to impose, but let me help you find the Sky Kingdom.
Absolutely.
I would say we continue.
Yeah, if you looked at the map, there are going to be compasses on this. Like, King Lololo's not going to do you like that. He is King Lololo. He's
not going to do us dirty.
Yeah, he is the king of the most technologically advanced.
I say, show me your navigational tools.
Yeah. So you sort of meet up on top with Stag, and you see that there's like a steering column and navigation equipment. One of them is just like a very large, compass.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you guys have maps of any kind, or you just sort of floating around in the sky?
Well, I don't think from what I heard, there's no real maps of stuff that moves around all the time.
Oh.
But they said generally in this direction.
Northeast.
I mean, I believe you, but typically there are maps of things that move around all the time.
Well, we have
Like
not found
planets.
them yet.
Okay. We'll find them. Don't worry.
Well, thank you, Scout.
You're welcome, sir. I can't be of help. A compass with no direction to go is not super helpful.
Well, they said northeast of Trigard.
North we go.
Oh, special like Let's Talk Lore topic. You know how we did a time-wise, it was MD or Z, which is going to come back because no one's ever asked time. Like, what about directions? Side note.
Oh yeah.
End of side note. Like, what do they say? Oh, it's like Dimley Axon, which is like South Dimley. That was a shitty joke.
I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Anyway.
Random tangent alert.
Yeah. Random tangent. All right. So you guys are going to travel? Are you guys going in the same direction? Okay.
Heading north.
All right, and you're leaving this weird ship. The belt strap guy is going to say, "Glad we're getting away with there. Whenever we used to run into something like that, weird things used to happen to the people around that ship. Happy I was awake for everything." And he's going to just sit by and watch you guys travel.
Wait, things happen when you dream?
No, he was telling you that whenever those ships would appear, weird things would happen around the settlements and towns and just people around that ship. They didn't seem to be the same.
I didn't know if something was special about sleep because he said he didn't sleep around him.
All right, you guys are going to be traveling. I guess you'll be going in the same direction for towards the north, I guess, northwest. Give me a roll for weather.
From whom?
I guess it would be Matt. Matt, you're doing the driving?
I'm doing the directing, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it would be your roll, since you're...
But what am I rolling, a D20?
Yeah, D20 for...
oh, wow, natural 20.
Nice.
Bob's
your uncle.
Yeah, smooth sailing. Nothing out of the ordinary. Everyone seems rest. With that roll, I will say that the crew advance and their morale stays at 3 for the time period because it was so smooth, such a nice weather that they got to have a good long rest in a shorter period of time than it took. So their HP is, their morale is fine. As you guys were traveling, you're going to see up in front of you a large circular and some oddly shaped islands, like a massive island sort of making its way. How far would you say that you could see an island? Like, how far away would that distance be? Like the horizon, how far away is the horizon? Is that like
many miles if we're in the
It depends on visibility.
Yeah, but
if
from
there's
the
clouds
beach, what
in
is
the way.
that? Is that like it's not that far. That's not
You don't have a
100 miles.
horizon, so you can see really far.
Really?
Yeah,
far.
but let's just say, how far is the beach? Like, how far? Like,
I mean,
I'm trying to see
it depends on if the Earth is flat or if it's round. Because if it's flat, then technically,
I've heard about these flat earthers on my travels.
All right. Yeah, that's great. Good point, Adam. Well, inspiration for you, sir. That was a good
point for.
Are
we still giving those out?
Yeah. We have cool points. We've decided we'll transfer when need be to inspiration at those point in times. Like if it's really cool. But yes, we're still giving some of those out.
So if you're in an airplane, can you see the ground when you're 30,000 feet up?
Yeah, but but it's like how far up is an airplane? I guess
30,000
feet.
All right, so you can see 30,000 feet away from you, like a large island civilization. But that's straight though, so maybe it's less. Let's call it. Yeah, it's 30,000 feet. I was gonna say if it was less than 10, it would be 20,000. So you got 30,000 feet. How many miles is that?
Divide by 52. Yeah.
All right, so you got about six miles away. There seems to be this large island civilization, and you can see towns and smoke coming from it. It seems to be some sort of area. It doesn't scream to you Cloud Kingdom. It does not have that grandiose effect or look to it, but it is massive in comparison to the last one.
Bob, is that where you got your balloon?
No.
Oh, well, nice eyes. You are a good scout.
Here we go. Thank you, sir.
All right.
Oh shit! I fucking.
You're only 6 miles away, so I don't think that. I think these ships go pretty quickly. I don't know how. What's the movement on this bad boy? Do you need to do more airship movement? I don't think.
It's
if you're
well
just
within our
accelerating-
100-mile cruise.
Yeah, you're not going to really be burning through. Just give me one more. I guess.
What happened to Matt? He
Um,
just poofed for a sec.
I'm sure his thing just signed off for the moment. But I would say that you guys get to dock to it. I don't think we need to do maybe another weather roll. Chris?
All right. A D20?
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, rolled off of an 18 to a 4.
It starts to rain. The clouds get dark and it starts to rain as you dock onto this area. Now I'm going to go old school and bring up similar mat like you were using, Chris. It's just a blank
Perfect.
mat.
So Stag will yell to Greek and the rest of the crew, batten down the hatches, make sure the ship is secure and no water gets in.
And we'll keep the...
I relay the same message to the orcs.
I jump
When
in.
you
You
say
heard
the
the
word
captain. I
docking-
spring into action. Let's go. Batten down the hatches. And I don't even know
What?
what I'm saying. I'm just repeating what he's saying.
What were you
Heads
saying?
down the battens.
I was saying that, is the area that we're docking, obviously a major city, or is it something else?
It's some sort of... as you get closer to it, you see that there are ships... there's some sort of happening there. It's not... It doesn't look like it's a large... more of like a square, or like a town. You see, it's a town. It's quite a large island. Let's say one of the smaller Hawaiian island sizes floating there. Hawaii would be like what you're looking for, but
Like Rime Island?
yeah, no, a little bit larger than Rhode Island. It's
Okay.
Not Manhattan size. It's
Like the town of Brock?
yes, that size.
Okay.
Which is just a large town with a
Yeah.
castle.
Well, it has
Um,
inns and decent population.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that this white thing is your ship. Turgan's, yours will be here on the dock. And your characters are there. So you're docked on this thing. You're also surrounded by... You guys happen to be split by one ship. There was a spot, and so you sort of... The only spots left on this dock, unless you wanted to do it some other way... Let's roll back. You see that there are two spots to dock. They're in the middle of two other ships. So there's five.
Yeah.
There's 5 spots on this dock for ships, and there's only 2 left.
2 open.
Yeah.
I'll split. Alrighty. You take one, I'll take the other.
Wait, Spencer. But
Yeah.
Sorry, can you just, since I'm joining, can you just tell me what time of day it is? Just so I'll clock it from here, but just tell me so I can mark it.
I think around now it's been a long throughout the day, so I think
Yeah,
it's getting
the
later
sun-
in the evening.
The sun is Well, it depends. Is it a flat Earth or is it a round Earth?
No, just like
It's getting dark. It's getting dark. It's
getting dark. Okay.
Yeah, it's getting dark. It's funny.
Understood.
Literally every single question can go back to that. All right. Yeah, it's getting dark. And as you dock up, you see that the dock is just like a normal looking dock, similar to ones that you'd have on the ocean. And there's like a check-in post in front of you. There's a big wall, which is the red I've drew it on a table, and there seems to be like a gate with some people walking in and out, going back to their boats, carrying items. Looks like you guys have found some sort of like a trade port of some kind. But that's the vibe it's giving off.
Okay. Stag will tell Greek and the crew to hang out here and repair the ship a bit if they can spare a couple people to go take a look at the Bellevue as well to start assessing damage on that. And he'll head off. Bob, follow. Let's go see what Turgan is up to.
Let's go. And as he walks away, I yell at the crew, "You fix that Bellevue."
I'll tell Turgan that I told Greek to send a couple people over to take a look at it.
At the Bellevue?
At the Bellevue. I'll tell Turgan that so he can tell the orcs.
What tone, Matt, did you just do that in? I'm making a note here.
Stern.
So roll me an intimidation.
No, not intimidating. Charismatically.
Roll me a charisma.
Well, intimidation is charisma.
Yeah.
4.
Roll me 4. So you try to do this like heroic, leading them to, come on, guys. And it sort of just like has no effect. If anything, they're like, wow, we're fucking like a loser.
That's fair.
It's just shipping. It's just repairing a ship. Jesus, it's not like we're going into, Mel Gibson Braveheart.
Keep in mind, he just got here.
Yeah, but I mean, to Mel Gibson Braveheart, a crew command like that is a little, but I'm making a note here. All right, and so you get off this ship. You are on this. You can get off the ships. You can get on this dock. It seems to be like a large village, and it seems to be that there's an entrance gate on this particular dock going into this land, this floating island. When you get onto the island, and even as you dock, you feel that the island itself, I guess it's not. It's different from the tempests for the wind element that they were
worshipping.
Yeah, this rock seems to be less sturdy. The whole island seems to be just because it's so massive. It's not as bad, but you can feel it hovering. Something is keeping this rocks in the air. So you do like the same type of sea leg sickness you get on this land as well. So if your character has an issue with that, then you're more than welcome to play that. And that's where you are. So you guys tell me what you do. You see people going in and out of this this area here. I'll just get my NPCs ready to go. And what do you guys like to do? There's just a bunch of random people right now checking in. It seems to be a line waiting to check in, and people coming in and out of the whatever's past those walls.
Booter, Turgan, Bob. I assume Sprock is hanging out with the orcs. Maybe we can find a map in there or any parts to help repair the ships. And food and information.
Yeah, I mean, information or ways to get to the mainland, whatever. What's the city called again? Sorry.
The Sky Kingdom.
The Sky Kingdom, the main island.
Yeah.
This might be an outpost or a part of the Sky Kingdom. We don't even know.
True. Well, the ships are taken care of. And before we head in there, as we're all gathered around, Stag is going to start telling everyone a story of a time when he came to a new land and met new people. And the lessons he learned about judging people too harshly for cultures and rituals and things that he didn't quite understand, and to maybe come into this with an open mind. And he'll take about 10 minutes to make this speech and use his inspiring leader feature to give all of us 16 temporary hit points.
That's cool. All right, so there's a check-in post. There's definitely an outpost check-in. So someone is, from what you can tell, there's a line. There's also an exit. So the people that are there are also leaving with goods. You can see that they are predominantly human-looking, similar to Bob.
So Stag will tell this speech as we're waiting in line to get in. As we finally get up to the gate.
I'll be like, I've never been more pumped to go to Disneyland.
Just make sure the slide stays on the island, doesn't go off the edge.
Okay. So
Well, I can fly, so you know.
So you hear this this guy next, and also you hear a lady next. You see that there are two lines of people checking in, one on the right, one on the left, and people are sort of exiting in the middle. They're cut off from the middle sections with just like a
velvet,
loose, just like a velvet rope. yellow rope. And it seems to be that it's moving quickly. So you get to the front. People are moving in. Everyone's feeling a little bit either aroused or like heightened sensibility because of Stag's speech. But so the guy says, "Where are you going to go in the captain's signature next? Captain's signature."
Yep.
And
how can I help you?
The guy's going to say, "Well, are you one ship or two?"
Oh, we have two vessels.
So I could presume you're the one captain, and who do we have as the?
Turgan over here is the captain of our second vessel.
And I kind of nod.
Okay, so are you from around here? I guess you guys sort of talking to me as if
we are not.
Okay, so let me explain this to you. When you dock on my island or my people's island here, we are the humans of Tranok the Downpour. Tranok the Downpour. This is his island, and he is the person who implements these rules, and it's quite a nice rule. You just sign on this piece of paper that you swear you will not be stealing other people's ships, and all of the captains sign it. It's sort of an oath that we hope and we pray you not break, and you may enter. And as you leave, you will receive your oath back in paper. So you, sir, if you want to jump in, sign here.
I'll sign it.
And he takes it. Very good. Stag, it says. Okay. Is that what you wrote on it?
Well, he would write Captain Seth Hartley.
Captain Seth Hartley. And you, sir, he hands his other one to Turgan.
Okay, I'm gonna read it over.
It's just a blank piece of paper that says signature on it. It says captain, and then your name and a signature at the bottom. And it says oath, the Tanakh Downpour Oath. Captain's oath.
Do an insight to see if
You trust this guy?
I don't like signing things because so
It's another one of those trust your dungeon master type things.
yeah. So is this a perception or insight?
I guess you'd have to do insight to see if he is. What are you trying to? You're trying to determine whether or not there's anything fishy going on.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Do an insight check on this dude.
So I got a 14. Yeah.
You look around, you see that there are all types of. There's people that look like they're pirates walking in. They could be questionable. It looks like the pirates have almost cleaned up. They're signing the signature. You also see what people look like more noble, higher class. They're also signing it. You see, you don't see any orcs, but you see mischievous characters. You see all types of different characters.
You see a sexy satyr signing.
Yeah, you see a woman, big, burly woman, signing it. Looks like she's the captain of the Amazonians that are in the sky, the Sky Kingdom, maybe. And you just see that there's a variety of different characters. Some of them that look good and you know, good, and some of them that might be mischievous, walking in and signing it. And that sort of gives you the feeling that there's nothing much to this signature besides the act of signing it and, you know, swearing an oath.
Right.
Swearing an oath of some kind. But you don't know if that's oath has any weight to it. That's the only thing.
Well, I'm just gonna put a T because I don't really know how to write. I'm a kind of a dumb barbarian from the mountains.
Okay.
So a T is as good as he could get it.
Okay. Captain Seth Hartley. And
yes.
T. It looks like. I pronounced that, but hope I didn't butcher it. We have your. We have your oaths. You may enter. Enjoy. Don't have too much of a good time.
Do you know of anyone who might have a map or some navigational aids for up here?
Well, I'm a little bit busy, but what is it that exactly? Hold on one second, sir. What sort of navigation equipment are you looking for?
Just any way to help us find the Sky Kingdom a little easier.
Oh, the Sky Kingdom. I would make sure to try to visit Neandriel. Neandriel in the village library. She might be able to assist you with that sort of mythological. You know, I've never seen such a thing, but it's rumored that it lands on the ground down below us. But Neandriel will be certainly able to help you.
Oh, thank you very much, and I'll cast guidance on him as we leave.
Okay, carry on. Enjoy your time.
Leandro in the village library?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Nice. Well, do we need, as we walk out of the check-in, do we need any other supplies before we head over there? Or try and find this place? Do we need food?
Crystals? Do they sell crystals? Or they have crystals available?
We have a lot of crystals, don't we? Do we need more crystals right now?
We always need more.
We do.
Why not just scoop up a few?
We do need to do an inventory of crystals. I do know that you have quite a bit of crystals, but you can certainly look around and ask people where you can get the crystals. There are crystals here.
The Bellevue has 4 crystals. It's going to need a few more.
Yeah, but
We have 15 left on our ship.
Oh, I don't even know how many we have on my ship.
You have 4.
We have 4, okay.
Yep.
And I will say, you guys are going to be about to be done with one of the crystals each after the 2 sessions. I would say that like traveling was a half, and then so it's more like 3 and 14.
So 14 and 3. Okay,
Yeah.
I'll make that update.
But the Bellevue still has 600 miles or whatever it is, 300 miles on it. Okay, so you walk in, you see a variety of happenings going on the street. You see people walking around, sort of familiar with or similar to that when we played Trigard. There's going to be some happenings that take place in the street areas, and it's a large enough city or town. It's not, what would you say is in between a town and a city? It's like that size.
A village.
A village. So it's a village. And
Do we see any special coinage being used as we walk around? See people buying and selling things?
you're hilarious. Yeah, you see
The last big city I walked into, it was that way.
You see you see the what did I do that to you? You see a in common and in different languages it's written. Turgan, you recognize the Dwarvish. Buderbot, you'd recognize because you're a Warforged, pretty much. I would imagine like most. But what's your language that you know? It's written in.
It's common Gnomish, but I also
Gnomish.
can
Perfect.
use my Fey Touch if I need to.
Dwarvish, Common, Gnomon, Elvish, you see something that says Bank Exchange. The Tannock Bank Exchange on it. And people are going in and out, but not as often as they're coming in and out of the place. But you do see that there are people in there exchanging coins for what looks like to be other forms of payment. So yes, Chris.
Okay.
Long-winded yes.
Okay. Well, if we need anything to buy, I guess we know where to go.
Nowhere to steal from.
No, we cannot steal. Wait, who said that?
Yeah.
I guess let's find our library.
Okay.
Scout, can you find a library for us?
I can certainly try.
Matt, you look around, you see that you see the bank, you see there's 1, 2, 3, 4, there's 4 other buildings. People are coming in and out. There's some action at just normal happenings, but you do see that there are streets in this village that are, and the ground you're on is similar to that of the other floating island with the Tempest of the Clouds on it, but it's actually more manicured. Somehow the grass is growing directly from the stone on this island. There's not a lot of dirt. Somehow this weird grass is coming up straight from the stones. It's sort of awkward looking, but it's manicured. And the streets, the sidewalks have a little bit longer, thicker grass, and in the middle where you see some horses maybe, or someone bringing their cows or other things and carriages, it's a little bit more mowed down in the street. But nothing is very detailed as Trigard was, sort of like in Manhattan, where you had city sidewalks and stuff like that.
I'm going to I'm going to take a second, and I'm going to say, give me a second. I turn to the group, and I say, give me a second. And I'm going to cast Locate Object.
Ooh.
And I'm going to look for this map that everyone is looking for. If it is randomly in 30 feet, that would be great. But otherwise, I'm just looking for a direction that we should move in.
What map are you looking for?
I'm looking for a map to the Air Kingdom.
You're looking for a map of the Sky Kingdom.
Sky Kingdom,
The
sorry.
whole map. Wow. Okay. Sky Kingdom. Wow.
Or a map that helps us get to our next destination within the Sky Kingdom.
Okay.
And I'm really just looking more for if it turns up, great. But I'm more focused on which way should we go right now?
Okay. You're going to see. I'll do it this way. Roll me a 1d100 for a random street encounter, and I'll incorporate your answer into that. These encounters are not always fight, so just remember that. Or, I mean, they can be, but these are
I'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
20,
I'm sorry,
23.
I didn't mean to say that.
I'm
Yes,
just joking.
but you have killed almost everyone that I've given to you. But go ahead. What is it?
I just got here. I
I
haven't
know.
killed anyone.
Oh, well,
Yeah.
we'll see.
23. Yeah.
23. I hope this isn't one we've done. This would be hilarious. You again? Okay.
Another woman is giving birth.
As you look down one street, it seems to be crowded. You look down another one, it seems to be crowded. But you look down another one. This third one you're looking at, it's sort of straight to the head to the left. You see two Wagoneers that are sort of sitting side by side, and it seems to be that someone is counting down, and they are about to race down this crowded street. And on the back of the one wagon, it's written on it, Tannock Maps and Co. And the street's been mostly cleared, and there's local gangs surrounding each of these wagons, and they're counting down to see who would win the race.
Okay.
Is there any signage on the other wagon?
Yeah. Do I feel like I'm being pulled in a specific direction based on the spell I cast?
I would say that you have a feeling like is it just a direction that you're looking for with this thing, or is it like a...
Unless it's within 30 feet. Unless the exact object is within 30 feet, then yes.
Yeah, you do not... There's no map within 30 feet. But
Okay.
You get a vibe that town cart that says Tannock Maps and Co. might be a good...
Look, so I turn to Stag and Turgan, and I'm like, look, I think this wagon that says maps on it might be our best bet.
Oh,
What do you guys think we should do?
maybe help them win?
That's
Okay.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Chris, that's hilarious.
I don't.
I'll-
Are you talking? Wait. Are you talking about cheating?
No, I'm talking about people out and about in the streets happen to be, and I'll pull out a little hand mirror, be looking at themselves in the mirror, and I'll start to try and adjust the reflection of the daylight, whatever little daylight we can find left, towards the eyes of the other person as they're starting to ride off.
You want to shine the light into the guy's eyes that's driving the cart.
Yeah, that's not the Map and Co. The other guy.
All right, so you guys get towards the cart as you're going. You take your mirror out. What mirror is this?
It's the mirror of sexual reflection.
Oh my god. Okay. All right,
I see not
but
much
he
has
has,
changed
but the
in
guy
the
has
few
to
months
look.
I've
The
met.
guy has to look at it. So you're gonna hold it close. You're gonna hold it up, right? And you're gonna flicker a light in his eye and get him to look
Yeah.
at you. And
Yeah, well, I'm gonna try just to distract him as he's racing, so he crashes and the other guy can win.
But you have how close you have to be to look into that thing.
Well, he's not looking directly into it. I'm just trying to use the reflective qualities of a mirror to distract him.
Okay. Now it's a cart going down the block. So they're counting down. You're going to do it to 3, 2, 1, or just as they.
I'm gonna start to try and hit them right after they start racing off.
Okay. Give me. I guess it would be you're holding this thing.
I'm holding it.
Give me. I guess. Be a hand.
Sleight of hand.
Yes. Sleight of hand.
Okay. I got sleight of hand. Come on. Not
His
terrible.
hands are very slight.
A 16.
Okay. So it is a race on the cart. The guy looks over. He sees you. The other cart gets a jump start. I mean, imagine if you were on a cart and the guy shined his eye in your eyes. Would it really change the outcome of the race? Creepy. Sorry, I don't know why it's so funny. He gets a slow start, and let's roll it out. Let's see if your shadow or your light thing
My
works.
glare.
Since you're doing the glare, Chris, I'm gonna roll mine, and you roll yours straight roll.
What,
You get
D20?
advantage. You're gonna get advantage on yours. I'm assuming you're rolling for the map guy. I'll roll for my guy, and I got
Advantage.
I got an 18. You like that?
The highest for me is an 18.
Should have made that roll more. What'd you get?
I got an 18 as my high.
Really? We have a roll
Yeah.
off. We have a roll off.
All right. This is single.
One more, baby. Damn it.
Hold on.
I was about to just dungeon master you hard.
That was a 6. You are going to dungeon master me hard. I need physical dice for this one.
What did you?
I rolled a 6.
Wow, again?
Yeah, my roll off was a 6. Is that what you got?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. This is a neck and neck race.
Neck and neck. It's going
This
down
is
to the
hilarious.
wire.
All right. Real dice are coming out.
All right, here we go, baby.
Okay. Doom hand dice.
11.
No.
Did you get an 11 as well?
I got an 11.
All right, I need someone else to roll this. This is for sure.
No way.
You gotta keep going. Don't
I'll send you the
interrupt it
picture
now.
of this.
Don't interrupt it. You gotta
Okay.
you gotta
All right,
finish it
I
out
just
with
rolled
Chris.
another one. It's a 13. I can't believe
This
this.
is a tight race. A 7.
Okay.
7.
I'm just,
So, it's hilarious.
just imagine.
What are the
like,
chances? What's the math
neck
there
and
for
neck.
this?
Neck and neck.
3 in a row.
That's really funny. I think. So the one cart beats the other one, but since you did that so well, Chris, the guys are going to get out and they're going to look over down the street at you. And you see.
Spencer, can I roll an insight check to see if I caught Chris cheating?
Yes.
Can I roll a deception check to try and hide my cheating
Yeah,
from him?
good idea. Exactly. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh. You caught me.
I caught you.
Cool.
Yeah.
I don't say anything, but I note it down.
Okay.
I'm disappointed. You can see the look of disappointment on my face.
Dude, that was hilarious. What are the chances that we have a three D20s
Roll
in
off
a row?
tie?
Yeah, that's insane. You see
I
this
think it's
gnome?
1 in 8,000.
You see this gnome? Is it really?
Yeah, 20 times 20 times 20, right?
All right, let's go Knicks. Not bad then. You know, the Knicks can do it then. You get these gnomes get sort of pissed off. Hey, What the hell was that? You, surf, you. But there are a lot of people in the way from the shadow, and these other gnomes come out. They look like very attractive small people though. All female.
Sexy.
Yeah, all sexy gnomes, all female. Oh yes, we won. We did it. That's my female voice. And they say, Parton, you did it. You're the best driver you could have. Thank gosh, we won. Ha ha, to the men over there. And it was, and they're saying, hey, yeah, but it wasn't fair. That man down the block, he shined something in my eye. He starts to walk over to you.
I start looking at the mirror myself. As a person comes up.
Was the mirror of sexual? What is it? Oh boy, this is gonna get real weird. Mirror of, Chris, what is
Sexual
it?
something. Like he said.
I think he muted himself. He muted himself.
Chris, you're
Chris, you
muted.
can't. Yeah. But he just started shaking though, so it was pretty funny. I can look it up.
The rough idea was it was a mirror that made you sexy. That's what I remember.
I think it made you think you were sexy.
I think he run with his headphones.
Yeah, he probably just needs to plug them in.
Oh, my headphone.
Yeah, it's there. Yeah, got it. We got it. It's
Yeah.
perfect.
Hold on.
Yeah. So what's it? It's mirror sexual reflection.
I roll a D10 or a D12 or I become obsessed with myself. And I rolled a 10. So I'm not obsessed with myself right now.
Okay. And this guy comes over. Hey, you over there, you with the horns. Why did you do that? We're having a friendly race.
Do what? I was just checking my hair.
Well, you
Here,
guys,
this in this mirror?
yeah.
I'll shine it to him to let him look at it.
What does he have to roll?
A D12.
Oh my god. 6.
Oh, he passed just barely. He sees a beautiful picture of the. Where does
Gnome.
it say? The gnome. It's the most beautiful reflection of the gnome, without anything on.
Oh, hey, what is that? Some sort of spy magnet? You have some sort of spy magnet. You guys owe me some. You guys owe me some Tankock.
Sorry, what?
So what?
You owe me some Tanok.
Tanak. Okay.
Okay. I thought you said something else there for a sec.
I slipped. I had a Freudian slip.
Well,
Said what I wanted to say. Just keep it
before
PG.
we discuss anyone owing anything to anyone, how about we get a drink? Is there a tavern nearby?
If you're buying, sure.
Well, I'll buy for my crew. Where did you say that was?
Buy for your crew, but not me. I lost them. Fine.
Well, race faster.
I do look good
What?
though.
What?
I'll buy this man a drink. You get your first drink will be on me. Let's go chat.
Pity the Warforge is the one that seems to be most human about you. But yes, the village tavern of I guess Buderbot, roll me a tavern name. Just
Tavern. You want to make up another tavern name in a big city? Like Trigard, the last one you made?
Yeah, so, I mean...
No, don't do
You
that.
said that the god is named Tranok the Downpour, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go with the Slippery Cavern.
Slippery Cavern.
Slippery Cavern Tavern.
Yeah, head on on down. Head on down past the race and enjoy. I'll come with you. I'll show you the way. It's called the Slippery Cavern Tavern.
Sounds like a euphemism for something.
And so we will come. We have the best of ales.
Sounds fantastic.
You guys walk down this street. You're going to see a man, sort of a weird cloaked male figure, very strong, sort of reprimanding what looks like to be his son. But you didn't see what the son did. But that is noticeable to all of you as you're walking down, and the Slippery Cavern is right down the block. It's not too far away, about a half a block away from the cart, which is sort of probably why they chose that street to race down. They knew that they wouldn't get in too much trouble because most people there seem to be jolly drunkards. Does any of you want to take a look at the man reprimanding the son, or do you want to continue on towards the cavern?
I'll peek at him as we go by.
Yeah, let's go.
You hear, give me, I guess you'd have to do investigation, right? To sort of get in there and see. But he's...
Nope. Got a 7.
Yeah.
Did I investigate?
I think
Yeah.
we all can.
Yeah.
I'm definitely interested. Just
Yeah, we're just taking a peek as we go.
I got 15.
21.
15 as well. 2 15s.
Okay. He's actually not going to see you guys peeking in and listening. If you guys got a little bit above a 10, I would say that he would acknowledge you, unless your point is to be acknowledged. But you're going to overhear him say, "Drew, don't yell at me like that. I'm doing the best I can. Sure it would be reprimanded worse if your real father was, if I was your real father. But I can't hit you now, can I? Just do me a favor and don't do that again. Don't treat me like that in public. Get your things. Let's go." So it gets awkward and you hear that.
Okay.
I don't know, I kind of don't care. Do you guys care?
Stagazar is continuing down the slippery cavern to the tavern.
You start hearing music playing.
This doesn't concern us.
Turgan, you ready to slip in there? You're gonna give this guy an earful, or are you okay with what's happening?
Slip into the Slippery Slope Tavern.
All right, you hear some jingle jells going around. Merry Tavern. But you do notice that the tavern is a little bit smaller than what you would normally anticipate. So you guys are sort of like the not as big as Gandalf was going into the Hobbit house, but you guys are quite large for those rooms. Like, you're probably gonna have a hard time finding a spot to sit on. You might want to lean against the table or sit on a table. It seems to be owned by gnomes and run by gnomes. And you hear them cheering, "Hey, hey, hey!" Woo! And you hear them say, "Oh, what's all the commotion in the street?" "Oh, it was the race of the map cart versus the females. Who won?" That type of thing. And give me, I guess, a perception check. Who's going? Is anyone going? So you see like what looks like to be a big bar, but it's a small bar because you're normal people size.
I got a +4 to that, so 19 for me.
Your bar is just full of gnomes. It almost looks like you're the only non-gnomes, except for one large human-looking character, kind of chunky in the back. You don't really make out his face unless you go up to the bar. He's sort of sitting at the end, eating a large plate of what the others are eating that are on the smaller plates. Like his happens to just be massive. He's a rather fat man. like you can see, he's dressed in. When you're large and you blow up so fast and your crack is hanging out and stuff like that, you didn't have time to find the right, size shirts and stuff. Maybe not the most kept guy, but he is quite large, for sure.
So he doesn't look like he has like a position of authority or anything. He's just a large dude.
No, just looks like he's chatting away, just like the normal guys in the area.
I'm gonna go right up to him.
He's gonna be sitting there drinking and eating. What are you gonna say to him?
I'm gonna ask him about where is does he know where I can find Neadriel?
He's gonna be slurping his drink down. Oh yeah, this stuff tastes great. Hits the belly just like it burns. It's fantastic. Oh, Neandrel. What's your name? Neandrel. That's the old hag at the library. Yes, she's probably down at the library closing up shop. It's getting rather late here. I don't know what she drinks, but she's not my type. I don't really know her that well. But what can I do you guys for? Welcome. You newcomers here? Nice to see someone in the slippery cabin that's my size. He belches and it stinks. It's like foul.
Like sausage and coke?
Yeah, he's been there for a while. Yeah.
Well, do we need any other information from this guy?
I don't know. I guess.
Are we looking for? Yeah. Well, as we're mingling about, thank you for that information. What's the best thing to drink here?
I would try the Sky Whale drink. No, the Sky Whale Ale.
Nice. Whale ale.
Sky Whale Ale. All right.
Perfect. Fantastic.
Whale.
I didn't know your mom had a
Whale
beard named after
The
her.
Whale Ale.
I will. My new friends. I will buy. I'll purchase the first round.
Oh, thank you
You've
very
done
much.
so
Bob.
much.
A man of the
Why?
cloth.
Why? Thank you,
You can-
guy.
And I
totally
buy.
does not
And
look
I
like
buy
Odysseus.
Stag and Turgan the first round.
But not me.
The
Do you drink as a Warforged, or you just like oil?
I drink oil, but it's fine. Just
And-
noting that down. You have your little book. I have mine. Your book is when people crimes. Mine is when
Can't-
people don't buy me drinks that they should
Can't
buy
you-
me.
Well, how did you can make your own drinks though, right? Can't you? Doesn't you have
Well, I have an alchemy jug. It's currently.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it's full of spores from the basement of the vineyard, like a long time ago. I haven't done anything with it since.
He may be a robot, but he still suffers from FOMO. So
True.
I'm gonna ask the bartender to pour my Warforged buddy here a nice mug of the finest oil they have.
He says, "Well, we don't really have that much around here, but let me see what I can do for you."
Just give me a Yingling.
He comes over. Yeah, he comes over, and I'll give you a Yingling.
Hell yeah.
He takes out the candle oil, and he pours a little into a glass, and he says, "This is not exactly something we usually make back here, but hopefully this will do you just fine." And it sort of gives you the candle wick oil. The gentleman is going to say, "My name is," what was his name? That was Drew. My name is Johnston, and my name is Johnston. Burp. I'm usually the. This is where I sit usually throughout the days, and usually into the late evenings.
And you're the owner here?
No. The owner is my friend. My friend is Slip. Slip.
Well,
Cavern.
do you think Slip Cavern?
Yeah.
Do you think Slip
Well,
Cavern
we're
would
in
mind
Slip.
if I...
This is Slip Cavern Tavern.
Oh,
My
fair.
friend's name is Slip Cavern.
Slip
He's
Cavern.
the owner of this place.
Do you think he'd mind if I played a little music?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Indulge,
Okay.
please. I haven't had music in a little bit ever since the girls went riding on their race with the men. I heard that they lost, by the way, which I'm sure when they get back here they'll start playing sad music. But no, there's no one playing music. That would be great.
Oh. I'll pull out my lute and take a sip of the Sky Whale Ale. Well, if you're gonna get sad music later, let's have some cheerful music now. I'll start
Greatest song in the
playing.
world.
I'll start playing some tales from the Artemisian Forest, some classics like Hip Hop Hooray. Oh, and you down with OPP? Yeah, you know me.
Yeah. Side, random tangent. That was when Rena died. It was so demoralizing that I killed the player that I just had the goblin guys start randomly rapping like DMX to them, just to cheer everyone up in the group.
That's awesome.
It didn't. It was good. It was all right.
I'm not sure it worked,
Well,
but it was
they
cool.
learned
Yeah,
it
what's
from
your-
Stag.
What's your goal here with the music?
Just trying to make the place a little more lively as we relax and maybe get some tips.
People start getting up. Oh, I love this song. Why don't you roll me performance?
Absolutely.
You got one guy
Oh,
who's so
not
drunk.
great.
You got two guys that are so drunk, they just love the music. So
got
they're
a
going to
16.
dance no matter what happens. About a third of the room, half of the room seem to be
Can I also
Enjoying
roll
it.
performance?
sure. And what are you doing?
Let me just roll it. I got 17. I'm gonna do the robot.
You're going to
I
dance.
did not see that coming.
And what'd you get?
A
What'd you get?
17.
A 17. Oh, wow. Okay. So
It's a
People-
rare sight, but cut
People-
loose.
people are digging the music. About a third to the room, to a half of the room are enjoying the music. They start nodding their heads. They seem to be a little more relaxed. But the majority of the room is circling around Booterbot doing the robot, and they're like, "Hey, hey, hey, hey!" So you're drawing drawing a lot of attention to yourself, like a lot of attention. And the bartender's like, "Oh, enjoy this. You guys drinking your Sky Whale Ale?"
Yep.
Everyone's bottoming up. It's rather strong. It's like a double IPA or whatever. So you do feel it, but it sets in a little bit. So as it sets in, it starts to feel a little bit stronger than your normal ale. It might be that you're in the skies drinking, or it might just be the ale itself. What would you guys like to do? What are you trying to do in this room here? Everyone seems to be enjoying the music. Everyone seems to be getting drunk and eating.
Is anyone tipping?
Feels like a Saturday. Yeah, people will come up and they leave their tips on the tables, and then another gnome will come over and pick it up. Just like
Is
a
anyone
normal-
tipping the musician?
Not yet, but with a 13, I don't.
I'll have my edible hat on the ground out in front of me as I'm playing.
Okay.
I'm gonna throw him a coin. When he does that, I'm gonna throw him a coin to see if that gets other people to, inspired to tip.
Someone's gonna pick
Or
up the
just
hat.
like
Are you guys standing next to each other?
Role playing some.
Are you guys
busking right
standing
now?
next to each other?
No, I'm watching. I'm
Wait,
like part of the crowd.
Is Booterbot and Stag like a tag team performance, or is it like is Stag? Are you in the other end of the bar and Booterbot? You're like, are you solo dancing, or are you dancing in front of Stag playing music? Like, is it a team? Are you guys both trying to get the?
Oh, that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Is it a team?
Because if you're throwing your hat down, you might get some tips. If you're just solo, someone might pick up the hat and be like, "Give this dancer a tip," because he's a lot better dancing than this music is playing.
I got a 16. He got a lot better.
That's the way the cookie crumble, Chris.
Booterbot, what are you doing?
Like I said, I was doing the robot.
So you're like a team, right?
Well, if I see that he's doing a lot
like it's
better,
like I'm so
Yeah.
it's not obvious that we're together. Like I'm just like dancing to your.
I'll
to
start
your
walking
song.
around him as he's dancing, realizing that he's the bigger performance draw.
But while
I'll
you're
keep
playing
playing,
music, yeah, okay.
I'll keep playing, and I'll hold out the hat occasionally as I walk around, being like the
all right.
the schmoozer.
Since you already have one in there, roll me Booterbot. Since you're doing the performance, roll me just like a D10. See how much.
How many thousands of coins we get?
I can't say cock again. So Tannock
9
coins. You get 9. So you have 10 plus whatever Turgan threw in, but I'm assuming Turgan just threw a random. So you have 10. You have 9 Tannock coins.
You have 9 Tancocks.
Yeah, I should just leave it.
Damn,
Tancock.
you said it before.
You know what? Can we just keep it Tancocks?
Yep.
Done.
Yes.
The Sky Kingdom's what is it? The
Currency.
For currency is Tancocks, spelt exactly how you'd like it.
All right. Well, now we can pay for our drinks.
Nice.
This is good.
Okay. And would
Well done, Booterbot.
So you guys know that this fat guy is like fat blob character. Just told you that you can reach Neandrol at the village library, and
we'll ask him which way is the library.
The library is going to say oh, the library is located right next to the Dutch.
Well, he did say that she was closing up.
Yeah,
because it was getting late, and we've been partying for a bit. As in, how much time has passed since we got there?
I don't know, probably half hour, maybe something like that. Half hour.
Okay.
I mean, you could have a couple beers in a half hour and play some songs and dance. I'd say the 5 of us could go into a bar with a guitar or some musical instrument and kill that place with joy with the players here. In a half hour.
Not us as physical humans.
Yeah. No, us as humans. That's what I'm saying.
So anyway, here's
us as human beings. Yeah. Yeah. I would say half hour is fair. I mean, you guys are pretty social NPC players or PCs.
Is it like dusk or is it like dark?
Yeah, it would be dark. It would be turning night.
Okay.
Holy night.
So we might not catch her, but we could try. I don't know. Whatever you guys want to do.
Well, if it's getting late, maybe head back to the ship for the night.
And then try again in the morning?
Yeah. At least we know where to go.
Mm-hmm.
Seems fine.
Yep.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Let's see if there's anything. Well, might as well roam around the streets, see if there's anything else exciting happening before we head back.
That seems reasonable.
Yeah, we can go bar hopping.
Yeah.
Because I'd say we're all feeling a little buzzed.
Yeah, I wonder if we can make some more coin doing our routine, Booter.
I don't know if you can count on me to do that good of a robot every time.
Yes.
Well, I don't think you can count on me messing up my strings that badly every time.
You could put on your wing boots and just walk backwards. you'd look like you're moonwalking.
That's true.
Shit.
Well, if only you
A lot of
had
dance moves.
special shoes that Kali was wearing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we lost those shoes, huh?
But that's going to be where we're going to call it for the evening, I think, because I
Nice.
don't have much more planned. It is 11. It's getting.
Yeah, I think we go back to the ships. I don't think we need to like start the next
No,
session.
we'll
with
start-
bar hopping.
No.
We'll start at the bar. We'll maybe
Okay.
we can chat over. I want to see if is everyone is rested for this? Can they move on? I can make something happen at night if you want, unless you want to go and wait till the morning to get to Neandra.
All right, then.
Do you want to spend the evening in the? You have two options, and I'll make it planned for both. I'll be
I
quick
think
about it though, because it's going to be you're not. You're just
I
going
think
in
our
and out.
plan is the bar hop and then head to the ship to rest and then go
Okay.
back out the next day.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so that's what I'll plan.
So whatever happens while we're bar hopping happens.
There's any questions, any follow up, anything before we end? Like, do you need to know the answer to anything to plan out your moves for next time?
Where is
Besides-
Agoth
You think we
Man?
plan
Besides
moves
the
for next
name of the currency,
Yeah, I'd also like to know the name of the currency.
it's Tancock.
Okay.
Tancock.
Tan cock with a
Okay,
C.
but what's the password for the tabletop?
It's now Tancock.
all lowercase.
No,
Yeah.
Spence with a lowercase.
Yeah, Tancock. Roll high and subscribe. We'll see you next time.